Hey guys, it is Haley, and in this video, I wanted to give you a few ideas of what you can do in the very intimidating experience of walking into a guitar store to try out some guitars and be able to feel really confident. So I think the biggest thing in this situation is to remember that unless it's a really weird guitar store, that nobody is looking at you and really nobody cares. They hear so many people come in and shred and that are better and worse than you, and you are just a customer. But that being said, I know I get very intimidated sometimes going into guitar stores when there can be a certain air of like, you know, a barrier entry to being a guitar player, or there's sometimes this feeling that people are watching you, even if maybe they're not. So I wanted to just make this video to give you a few ideas of what you can do to just kind of have a few things that you can do to like try out a guitar and see if you actually are going to like that guitar and have the most confident experience possible. So let's go ahead and jump into my tips. So the first thing is, as you are going there, I think it's really handy to have either a tuner app on your phone, or you might bring a clip-in tuner. I don't know many people that do that. Maybe you know how to tune by ear. But before you start playing your guitar, just to tune it up, because you are going to be able to get way better feeling for if that guitar is going to stay in tune. And you are also going to be able to just sound better and be able to play better. So bringing a tuner, and then I like to also bring a pick that I like. I tend to use these sort of harder picks I just use these Ernie Ball Everlast picks. So I think that having your own pick is just a way you can feel a bit more comfortable playing whatever guitar you're choosing and have a more unbiased feeling of if you like the guitar, or you know, you have everything else is the same, just the guitar is different. You can really see, is this thing comfortable to play? So when I am playing a guitar, I think the biggest things that I look for is, first of all, just does it feel comfortable to play? So like, is the neck comfortable, and does it make me sound better or worse than when I am playing another guitar? So there's just certain guitars that for whatever reason, the neck shape and just the feel of the guitar make me sound and be able to play a lot worse. So finding a guitar that just feels comfortable, because you can't really change that. Everything else, like the strings on it, you know, the pickups even, you can change. I do look for the intonation, which that is, if you don't know what that is, it's sounding in tune as you go up the neck. And I also look for if the guitar can stay in tune. And the action, which is how far your strings are from the neck of the guitar. So like, if your guitar strings are really far away from the neck, it's going to take a lot more effort to be able to press that down. Some of that stuff is personal preference, but staying in tune and intonation, obviously, they should be pretty good at that. So that's why tuning up is important as well, so that way you can make sure as you're playing it that it actually is sounding in tune. So when I first pick up a guitar and just kind of get comfortable, It's the worst if other people are watching you, for me at least. If you're a very confident person, maybe not so much. But I sort of feel like I like to just take the guitar in a spot that no one's really watching me and be able to actually focus on if I like it. But what I like to do is just start off by just strumming some big chords. So in that like example I did at the beginning, I was just doing an E and an A. And if you're plugged into an amp, being able to try out the different pickup switches here and see how those all sound. And kind of getting a feel for the tone knobs and everything. I think this also, you can look out for how full the guitar is sounding and start really just getting a feel for if you're liking how it is playing in your hands. So that's the first thing I'll do. So the next thing that I'll do is playing a lick that goes up the neck, so that way I can get a feel for if the guitar is still sounding in tune as I'm playing up the neck. So the intonation. So basically I was just playing some thirds here. If you want to learn this specific thing, I'll link a video I did on this below. But basically just kind of going down here, or this up. And doing a lick like this is good because it compares the sound of these higher notes with these open strings. So that way you can kind of hear, like, is this actually sounding in tune, or as I work up the neck, are things starting to sound weird? If you love the guitar, you can fix this later on, but for me, I like to buy a guitar that is already in pretty good shape. Okay, so the next thing that I would like to do is play a lick that's a little bit faster. So in that example, I was just doing sort of your typical bluesy shredder minor pentatonic lick in E minor. And for this, I think it's handy just to keep everything in one key. So as you're kind of playing along, it all sort of blends together. So I was just now going to E minor and just sort of doing some bends, you know, in this normal pentatonic position. And doing something like that. So just a simple lick, you know, as fast as you normally play. And this is going to be able to give you a feel for, are you able to play this guitar as fast as you normally would? Or is something about the guitar making you play worse or flub up your notes here? So I did something higher, and then I also did an E minor pentatonic lick down the neck here. So that sort of thing is going to be really good at just making sure the guitar is playable and that you are playing your best when you are playing it. So that is the last thing I will do. And those things just in general, I think having some licks on hand that fit in those categories are really going to be helpful when you're picking up a guitar, because you're going to automatically know what you can play and have a good range of licks that will kind of showcase, are you liking this guitar or not so much? So thank you guys so much for watching. I would love to hear your thoughts below, what you play when you're trying out a new guitar, and if you feel intimidated or totally confident walking into a guitar store. So I hope that you enjoyed these licks and that they help you.